What's up, my folks? I hope everyone is doing good. Um, I went over a bunch of emails today, guys, and try to get back with most of y'all. And I went through a bunch of the comments and stuff that I was had. One of the questions was, what milk supplement do we use? I've done this video before, but it probably got taken down. Um, I do pretty much the basic. I do a can of milk. I do 2 cans worth of sterilized hot boiled water. Cool it down, make it, but add 2 cans of water. I use mayonnaise. I just take a spoonful of mayonnaise in there, and then add the infant drops. Get you some of the infant drops. I might use a half a little tube full, to a pitcher, and 2 egg yolks and honey. You can use Caro syrup, but honey's been easier to get for me, so I've been using honey. And probiotic, a pro and prebiotic, and to get a multi-species colostrum, and a scoop of that in there every time. A couple scoops, actually. I do 2 scoops, and mix it all up real good, and there you go. You got a supplement. But I usually use that, a couple days a week, even until I give them some today. I made the same mixture up and give them today, and I'll continue on that until they're on older. Hell, I give it to my other ones. Even they're like 9, 10 weeks old, and I'll go out there sometimes 2 or 3 times a week and put it to them. Just to keep some extra weight on them. I like my puppies fat in case anything happens. You never know. I try to do the best I can, but you never know. They might get sick. But anyhow, but what I do, like with a big litter, I have 2 pins. Like this one, I just swept out, mop, just sterilized, and I'll swap them back and forth so they don't never get too bad. You know what I mean? And you can't hardly clean their pins out. Not in there when they're in there with you. You ain't gonna be able to clean them out. You're gonna have to get them away from you. So I found that that's the easiest way to do it. Do it with separator. Just pop them out like this one will dry. In the morning, I'll come in here and put chips down and throw their little asses in here and then clean that one out and mop it up and sterilize it. I'll use that kennel solution, that kills everything, and mop it all up and do it again tomorrow night. You know what I mean? It's a nonstop thing. But anyway, I had some questions. We're gonna go before we get on that. I want to tell y'all a funny story. I guess the what's up, guys? I got a little dream team right there. But I had I walked the yard with y'all. I ain't done that in a while. We got a bunch of different dogs, man. We can go over. Let y'all walk on a dog yard late at night. Come here, girl. Come on. Poke your head out. That's my little Eli bitch from Barbie. Come here. She almost poked her head out. Come here. She's like, hell no. She's funny. But anyhow, you know, I had the funniest thing the other morning. I wake up, and it sounds like the Grumpy Old Men movie going back and forth, guys yelling at each other, And this is for you chain freaks, because I got some comments on this shit about, oh, poor dogs on chains and all this. I studied my county before I came here. I almost didn't move here because a damn girl told me that you couldn't hunt with pitbull here. I was like, well, I ain't moving nowhere. I can't hunt my damn dog. You know what I mean? And what I found out was all bullshit anyway. But so I studied this place. My county's perfect for sportsmen. There's a lot of sportsmen here, and they they understand dog breeders and dog hunters and all that shit. So we got a pretty good old county. You unless you got 10 bitches pregnant and shit like that, you don't need a kennel license. And who the fuck can be able to do that unless you have a crew working for you? You know what I'm saying? So you might as well get a kennel license. But what's up, girl? And we have rules. Like, you got to keep your dogs on a chain out. So it has to be a good chain out. You got to keep them in a kennel, or you got to keep them in a fenced yard contained. They can't run loose. It don't matter how much land you got or none of that shit. Because them dogs don't never stay on it. One of my neighbors got like 300 something acres. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's our rules. So I was like, yeah, that's good rules. I can live in a trying to get this light right, but I can live in a county like that, you know, and you know, we don't have like a lot of resources with animal control to be coming out and dealing with bullshit and things like that. You know what I mean? So anyhow, there went my fucking hat. Thank God I saved it. My granddaughter gave me that hat. I can't lose it. But anyway, so you know, we have other rules too. Like we're in a rural area, and you know, rural people ain't gonna keep their dogs put up. It used to piss me off. You know what I'm saying? They used to, like, during deer season and shit, they run the fucking deer off and all that. Then I just came to the conclusion that that's part of it. They're never gonna keep their dogs put up out in where I live, and it's just the way it is. So, you know, I deal with it. Now, sometimes, yes, it pisses me off when I come out here and my dog's been fighting in a thunderstorm all night with a fucking 100-pound damn mutt, and his head looks like he stuck it in a fucking blender. You know what I mean? And I gotta go bury this fucking mutt. You know, yeah, that kind of shit pisses me off. But you know, you kind of adapt to the other part of it. Like, you don't worry about the other shit. You know, they get in your fucking trash, shit like that. You know what I mean? Part of it. You know what I mean? But anyhow, so but one of my neighbors back there, which he don't keep his dog pinned up neither, so it's that conflict, and he's got chickens. Well, my other neighbor's got like 40 dogs, and he's got them in a pen, but the pen's got a rotating door. You know what I mean? They can go in and out whenever they want to. Basically, they can get out whenever they want. And you know what dogs are? They're little wolves. You know, they're just gonna kill whatever the fuck they can kill. You know what I'm saying? And so for years, you know, it's been my neighbor had a bunch of chickens. Had is a key word, you know what I mean? Because, you know, over them years, so in the morning, I guess that shit come to a head, and it sounded like grumpy old men out there yelling at each other, well, your dog's in my yard all the fucking time, and this and that. You know, like, damn. That's why we have laws, like to chain the dog up, to pin the dog up. You know what I'm saying? So you don't deal with shit like that. But you know, you can't fix everybody. You know what I mean? Some people are just never gonna learn. And so I expect animal control will be probably coming by here now, fuck with my other neighbor, you know, which they ain't gonna do nothing to him. He's just his dogs are get loose. I mean, shit happens. We also have other laws here where you can fucking shoot a dog that's attacking your livestock. You know, when I had pigs, I used to have to practice that law. I didn't like it. That's a terrible thing. You know, I've taken dogs back to people and been like, look, man, you got to keep your dogs up. They're killing my pigs. And no, you're gonna be quiet now, huh, girl? But you know, shit like that. But they never you know, they'll never keep the motherfuckers put up, and you end up having to kill them, you know, and that's what ultimately happens. And then what happens is the neighbor that their dog got killed, they get pissed off. And then all you do is you lay the pig down there and you lay the dog next to it. And when the cop comes, you say, look what's happening here. And the cop gets on their ass for their dog killing your pigs. You know, that's just the law. That's why we got to keep our shit pinned up, man, and chained up. And the chain out is to me, better. What's up, little girl? Just a little bit. She's what's up, girl? That's off of Rusty and Crook. You are dusty. Been rolling in the dirt. She she's a good little dog. She's a pup still. I got her back now, and Billy Jack is hunting right now. He's schooling out, learning how to hunt and all. So that's a good thing. But yeah, that's why these laws are in effect, guys. The chain law is not a bad thing. It's a good thing, trust me. But what's up, girl? And then we got Lucille, Miss Lucille back, and she's I missed her last heat, which sucks. But I'll be breeding her back. That's a very good proven dog. She is busted her teeth out, so she's retired. But she's a good little ass dog, man. I'm telling you. But I like Lucille. She's a good dog, real calm, real cool. Thinking about breeding her back to the old man over there, Rex. You know, her uncle. And but anyhow, I have some questions about breedings. And come here, Cherry. You're never fucking in your box. Come here, Cherry. What are you, snake bit or something? I can't believe it. Come over here, you dead? Get your ass out. You're always out. Cherry's looking good after that litter, though. That bitch always snaps back. This is the anomaly on my yard, guys. I got her and another one, like, a male. And those are the two that I like off of that shit. Even though she has all the damn shit that I don't like, she does produce stuff that I do. So, and she produces consistently, shit I like. So gotta give old Cherry her props. She's proven me that they're worth their weight. And even the pup, I was been worried about the pups off of her and my that killer dog. I was like, man, they just wasn't. They're just now starting to act like bulldogs. So I'm getting happy again. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you just gotta wait. You don't give up. Just wait. You gotta trust it. You gotta trust it. You gotta know the shit's good. You gotta give it a fair shot. But I get upset now. Don't get me wrong. My boys will be like, I'm gonna take that dog and put it in protective custody. Cause I get upset with them. Them dogs will fool you and act all funny and all that shit. Pisses you off. But as far as like percentages go, I have my better percentage on dogs that we've bred, crossed, and made than pure. Them pure dogs are good to make your crosses with. That's what they're about. She is definitely bred, man. This is a good dog. This is a good fucking dog, man. She, this was another one of those try your dog. My buddy's like, man, you got to try this bitch. I think she's gonna be a good one. And he had to move to a state where he couldn't even have the fucking dogs hardly. So I gave her a shot, and she worked out good. And she is a Boudreaux over a Woodall dog, and man, we like her. We stuck fucking Clubber over top. That's if y'all look at the way the dogs are bred. The thing with the question was scatterbred percentages as good as purebred. Well, like I say, I use the purebred dogs just to make my crosses with. What's up, old man? He's a fucking beast. Come here, boy. They asleep. All of them sleeping. That's how late it is, man. I've been out there working dogs, working this, working that, cleaning puppy pens, shit. It gets late sometimes. But anyhow, no, my dogs I've always done better with using, the dogs that I like. Like this bitch right here is a perfect example. This is that bitch I got. She's an Eli dog, but she's, like I say, she's off of different strains. She works hard, you know what I mean? She's a good dog. She'll hurt her. She always takes the toughest route to get there. She's not a fucking, I can pick her apart, but she checks the boxes that I'm looking for in a dog. There's some questions about whether I was selling this. No, I ain't selling this dog. I didn't call nobody to sell this dog. This dog is not for sale. You know what I mean? I didn't even really entertain the idea of selling this bitch. But she has some qualities that she's shy, and her brother's not. We got a brother too. He's not shy, but they had all the boxes checked for the qualities that I was looking for in them. And that'll be another cross. If you notice them, like when I say Midnight Cowboy Homer. All right, what is Midnight Cowboy and Homer? It's Eli. It's most of my dogs, except those anomalies of those red dogs, have always been like Eli type crosses back in the Turtle Buster stuff. Like I consider the Jeep Rascal stuff Eli. I consider my Dynamite stuff Eli based. You know what I mean? That's what they act like. I mean, when we bred them, that dynamite dog that first time, that Walker dog, the first time we bred him to a couple bitches. We bred him to daughters of Buster even. But I hunted with him. I know what the fuck he was. I was the one that hunted with him, and he was a good hard nosed old bulldog. You know what I mean? And had a lot of determination and I felt those are the type of dogs I like. Just like with her, she's just a hard nosed ass, hard driving, typical Eli style dog. You can build off that if they're game. You know what I mean? And you can add the other shit. And we got the stuff that, a lot of people would stay stuck on sevens. I call them lucky sevens. They're good enough and they're reliable and you can hunt with them and you can fare out pretty good. But hell, man, when I see something that I can make a damn 10 with, I'm going to use it to make a 10 with. You know what I mean? That's what sometimes you get them type of dogs, just like old Artie over there. I felt like I could use her. Look at that rabbit. Get it, girl. And make better dogs with them, better than even her. And that's what the goal. And actually, man, the old Jack dog we got, he is doing good. He's learned how to ride in a boat. He's damn sure catching hogs. You know what I'm saying? And I tell you, he's turning into a damn good dog. Is that old dirty faced Nan? She's a damn good catch dog. He brought her by here yesterday. We had to stitch it or pop the tailgate down. He cleaned her all up, and he stapled her all up. She had about 20 staples. She caught 2 hogs yesterday over 240 or 220. One about 220 and one 240. Big teeth boar hogs. Turned into a hell of a bulldog. But that's the fun thing is these tournament hunters, man. I want to thank Warmouth. Okay, I want to go ahead and give a public thank you to Warmouth. He wanted us to try one of them dogs. That rabbit's gone, baby. He wanted us to try one of them dogs that he's breeding up and see if it could cut the mustard. And that takes a lot of balls to do that, man. Because I'm telling you, these boys are going to give you an honest opinion. They ain't gonna pussyfoot around. They're not gonna play with them, And that's the good thing about having teams to work with the dogs, And so you'll get an honest opinion about it, Warmouth, and we appreciate it, and we'll try it out. It's one of them things that there again, it's a different dog, a different blood. It's that spike stuff, but the out is the same Strickland stuff that I like and use. So, I mean, if it works good, that'd be a great dog. Because I know those dogs do good with my types dogs. I like the dynamite crosses too. Put the dynamite turtle buster. It should be nice. If the dogs work out, that's the key. You can't put the cart before the horse. I got a badass little puppy in there that I got from a breeding off of Rusty. I mean, yeah, it took Rusty back to a triple dynamite weird jack bitch. I got me a nice little bitch out of that, man. If she turns out great, that'll be another way to preserve another side of the dogs. You know what I mean? Without inbreeding. I know it's inbreeding, but it's a different dog. You know what I mean? I done went way back here with them. Yeah, we've been doing a lot of work around here, guys. Been clearing out, building houses, setting dogs up. There's some more of them Fernando dogs. I like the Fernando stuff, the way they act. Stuff we got off of them that's getting older is real nice dogs. They're definitely worth feeding type dogs. You know what I mean? What's up, buddy? Come here. That's one of them puppies off of him right there. Nice puppies. Yeah, boy. That's another one right there. Yeah, they pretty nice pups. But yeah, I mean, if we could just stack papers up and make good percentages on dogs, I would, man. But I ain't never found it like that easy. What's up, girl? I never found it to work that well, man. But you got to know I've tried that. I've tried it. Trust me. I mean, and sometimes if you get a good family of dogs, you can breed them like that. But it just never had the total package type shit that I've like. They might be real good at one thing. You know what I mean? Or a couple things. They might be real strong, real hard mouth dogs, real hard driving dogs, but they would have half-ass air, you know, endurance, half-ass intelligence, you know, shit like that. You know, what's up, girl? I know you in there sleeping. Look how she's curled the fuck up back there. They got it made, man. My dogs got it made. They so spoiled. But anyhow, you know, that's if it was that easy, man, I would have done it, man. I've done tried all that shit. That's why I learned that you just use them pure ones, do the cream of the crop pure. And you might have dogs that you can use pure. They're good. But if you know, there's no sense in not trying to make them better. You know, a lot of people would think a lot of these dogs, I mean, like we've increased things in them in the last even 3 and 4 years, man. Like I've been real heavy on trying to. Now I've got my air, I got my endurance, I got my gameness and all that shit. Now I've added mouth, and I'm adding mouth like a son of a bitch, and that's the goal. You know, a lot of times that real hard mouth will get you out of a lot of situations with a hog. If you can't bite him hard, it don't matter how big the dog is. That mouth is the key player. Just remember that. You know, that mouth and that finish is important. So you got to keep that going in them too. But anyway, folks, y'all take care. Y'all stay safe. Y'all keep on bulldogging.